Hey guys, welcome again to the Black Marquise channel. I'm your girl Ty, and today we are going to be doing something new on our Your Time in Black page. So, today we're going to be starting this new thing. It's called the Tourist Diaries, which is basically what you come across living as an immigrant in another country. So, before I get into what I'm going to be talking about today, let me just give you a little backstory about where I'm from so that you can understand at least where I'm coming from. So, I am originally Zimbabwean, but I live in Nairobi right now with my family, my mom and my brother and my sister. And we moved to Kenya about 3 years ago. It's gonna be 4 years this year in September. We're glad to be citizens. But anyway, so today I'm gonna be talking about something called language barriers. So there's this thing that Kenyans usually do, which is called spoonerism. So spoonerism is when you displace letters in a word and replace them with another letter. So what Kenyans usually do is that when they speak words that have R's and L's, they usually reverse the two. So where there's an R, they'll put an L, and where there's an L, they'll put an R. So yeah, little story about what happened to me last week. So I was going to a place called Karen to have some photos taken for my ID at the Kodak store. So I get onto the bus, and the only seat that's available is next to this really, really old guy. So I don't have a phobia about old people or anything, but it was just kind of awkward because when I got in, the guy, it was so hot that day, so everyone on the bus is literally just dozing off. So this guy, when I got on, he was just sitting there like this. So what am I supposed to think? I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, is this guy dead? He looks like a retirement home escapee or something. So I go and I sit down next to this guy and I have my earphones in my ears, jamming to my music, having a good time. When suddenly I realize that he's looking at me, which was kind of awkward because I was wondering, why is this guy looking at me like, oh my gosh. So anyway, I realized that he was actually talking to me. So I removed one of my earphones and he starts speaking to me in the most conk Swahili ever. Like I'm talking, it was a battle for me, guys. I had to like stop and like recalibrate myself so that I could just figure out what he was saying in his sentences. So, first of all, he starts asking me for a place called Hilikilesti, which is actually a school in Nairobi that's called Hillcrest and it's found on a road that's called Langata Road. So this guy is asking me, unajua shule inaitwa Hilikilesti iko hapo close to Dari or something. I don't remember the exact words because I'm not gonna lie, I'm no Swahili whiz. I'm not gonna lie, seriously, I kind of suck. But anyway, so he's asking me for these directions, and I'm just kind of sitting there like blinking, like, oh, what does that word mean again? So anyway, when after he like finished asking me everything that he's asking me and I've pieced together what he's trying to say, now it's like a whole test your Swahili moment for me because I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to respond? And it's like this guy wasn't understanding my English. So I'm telling him, first of all, he had gotten the places mixed up because there's another school called St. Christopher's that's just on Ngong Road. So he thought that Hillcrest was actually where St. Christopher's is. So I'm trying to explain to him in English that he's got it all mixed up and I'm trying to tell him where the actual place is. But when I'm speaking to him in English, he's just looking at me like wide-eyed, black face like what is this girl saying? So I start changing to Swahili so that we can have a better understanding of each other. But it's like my Swahili is so broken, so he notices. And he's just kind of like trying to suppress laughs in between, like, oh my gosh, this girl doesn't even know what she's saying. So, anyway, yeah, I tried my best and I'm telling this guy where to go. But at the end of the day, I just had to refer him to the conductor on the bus so that he could get the directions from him because it was just catastrophic, guys. I mean, first of all, with the spoonerism and not understanding what he meant by Hilikilesti, and I'm just there like, oh my god, what is happening? But yeah, so he ended up having the directions given to him by the conductor, and hopefully he got to where he was going safely because the guy wasn't even from Nairobi to begin with. So yeah, that was my little experience on language barriers. Please feel free to share your experiences if you've ever had a situation like that happen to you, say with somebody from a different tribe or something, anything like that. Just feel free to share in the comments Just let us know what you think. Um, well, enter Chanel. Hi. Anyway, so yeah, thank you to all of our subscribers who have been showing us love constantly since the beginning. We adore you guys. Thank you for everything. And stay tuned for more episodes on the Tourist Diaries, which I'm going to be hosting, your girl Ty. And we'll have more episodes on like food, the different kinds of foods, what you find in family reunions, just general like cultural things that you find in different countries. And hopefully in the future we'll be going to other countries to show you what else we'll be finding from other people. So for today, I think that's gonna be all for this episode.
I don't know
So
what's going on.
thank you for joining us, to everybody who's watching. Show some love. I'm your girl Ty. Thanks again for watching the Black Marquise channel. And that's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.
High five.